A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting.
Jamaica's unemployment rate has fallen to 3.3%, down from 13.2% in 2016. Our government's continued focus on job creation is delivering real results. We are building Jamaica. The time by the Office of the Prime Minister is...
It's 5 minutes after 9.
You're inside the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton.
Good morning to you. It is Thursday, August 21, 2025. We are alive and well, and for that, we give God thanks. Good morning to you if you're listening on the 90 FM band, 90.3, 90.5, 90.7, or 90.9 on your FM dial. We appreciate your company on the radio. If you are listening and watching on our YouTube channel, good morning to you. The channel is Nationwide 90 FM Live 2. That's Nationwide 90 FM LIVE with the number 2. And I encourage you, especially those of you who usually join us on the radio, to come on over to YouTube. I think you get a more full experience when you're on YouTube. You get to see, you get to hear, you get to see the reactions. You know, you get a nicer feel when you come over to YouTube. But if you can't, of course, keep listening on your radio. If you found us on YouTube, please go ahead and subscribe. It's free. It's not going to cost you anything. And if you found this live video, I beg you, like up the live there, please. All right. Good morning to Juliet Sanchez, who is first in the YouTube chat this morning. Errol Townsend is also there. Good morning to you. David Nebar, Merlin Russell. Good morning, Hermin. Monique Hunter, good morning to you as well. Who else is in the YouTube chat? Sonia Hutton, Roger Smart, Sharon Bryan, good morning to you. Rupert Wilson, good morning. Mary Gold, good morning to you. Who else? Kariva Peart, good morning to you as well. Ines Campbell Murray. Monica Callum, good morning to you. Ryder 40, good morning. Jillian Coleman, and all the others over there on YouTube. Big up on yourself every time. If you are one of our YouTube are a member of the YouTube family, and you don't usually comment, but you're watching, big up yourself too. Or silent YouTubers over there just watching and enjoying the content, big up on yourself. If you're listening from our mobile app, which is available for free on the Google Play and the Apple App Store, morning to you as well. Those on our website, good morning to you. Thank you for making it Nationwide 90 FM. This morning, this Thursday morning, we have for you MLSS and You.
MLSS and You is brought to you by the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, providing opportunity, stability, and social protection.
All right, and this morning inside MLSS and You, we will be having a conversation with Director of Social Security at the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, Ms. Suzette Morris. And guess what we're going to talk about this morning, people? We're talking about the Solidarity Program. Yes, it was announced some time ago, and lots of persons have been asking, you know, how do I sign up? Where do I go? Who do I go to? When it go launch? When it go start? So we have the lady who will be able to answer all those questions. Miss Morris, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Nora Gay. Good morning to your listeners.
How are you this morning?
Oh, I am great this morning. Great.
Awesome. So this morning, the Ministry of Labor and Social Security will begin their community engagement series called Solidarity Live, where you'll be going into the communities and having one-on-one discussions with members of the community, read the Solidarity Program. For those of our listeners, viewers who remember the name but don't remember what exactly the program is about, just jog our memory a little bit and let us know what the Solidarity Program is.
Thank you, Nora. So, just a little bit of background for our listeners. So, the Ministry of Labor and Social Security is that ministry in government that has primary responsibility for social protection services. And one of our major goals is to always, with our partners, be looking and assessing the social protection space for gaps. So what is the Solidarity Program? The Solidarity Program is a $1 billion one-time cash transfer initiative. And what we're aiming to do is to provide $20,000 grants to 50,000 Jamaicans. But the income support, that $20,000 grant, is not our main objective. What is our main objective? Our main objective had to do with that little bit of background information we provided about the gaps. Our main objective, we're searching for those people with this program who are not attached to our social protection program, who need our services, and for one reason or the other may not have come to us, to our partners, to access the services. So we're trying to find those persons. So the major objective of the program is to find these people and attach them to the established social protection services. So I'll just tell you a little bit more of the people that we're trying to find. We're trying to find elderly persons, 60 years and older, who are not yet on our PASS program, who are not yet poor relief beneficiaries, they're not NIS pensioners, and they're not social pensioners. These persons also should not have benefited from the government of Jamaica's cash, the one-time income tax, reverse income tax program.
Yes.
We're also searching for our youth, 18 to 35. Now, Jamaica is at its lowest where unemployment is concerned.
Right.
But we are conscious of the fact that we still have some persons who are not inside the labor force, who are not actively seeking employment. So we are trying to find those young persons who are not in school, they're not in training, and they're not employed. We're also trying to find the persons with disabilities, those persons who traditionally, maybe because of stigma, are hidden at home, who have not yet come and registered with the Jamaica Council for Persons with Disabilities, so they are not accessing the services available. We're trying to find the low-income informal workers who are not contributing to Social Security, so they will not have a pension at the end of the day. Persons who are medically indigent, that's that category of persons who have some of these communicable diseases, chronic diseases. They're ill, they constantly have to be seeking treatment and medication and cannot afford it. And we're also trying to find some microbusiness owners who have been affected by disaster in the last year and have not received any assistance. So we're trying to find these persons to provide them with the one-time income support, but also to get them attached to the necessary social protection programs.
All right. So I noticed you mentioned for those 60 years and over and 18 to 35 and the disabled that they must not have benefited from any previous government incentive or program. Is that the same for those low-income informal workers and the small business workers that you are small business owners that you are targeting as well, or micro business owners?
No, so the only two groups that are bound by age are the elderly and the youth. For persons with disabilities, low-income informal workers, medical indigent, and micro-business owners, they only have to be above the age of 18 for those applicants.
And what if they had, especially for the micro-business owner, what if that person had benefited from the reverse income tax credit before, but they are still in need of some assistance due to some effects of probably the hurricane or whatever?
So, very good question. And we are conscious that you might have some persons who benefited but still need some additional support.
Right.
Those persons can be assisted through our regular MLSS programs, but not Solidarity. For Solidarity, remember what I said, Solidarity is a spear fishing program. We are specifically targeting those persons who traditionally do not have access or are reluctant to access.
Noted. So once you fall within any of those categories that you listed before, if you benefited previously from any of the government programs or the reverse income tax, then you would not qualify. But there may be other programs offered by the ministry that you may be able to qualify for.
Yes.
All right.
That's it.
We are up on a break, so we're going to take a break. When we come back now, we're going to go into these Solidarity Live events and what they will do.
Parents, make this back-to-school season hassle-free and visit Stationery World and Book Center Limited. Get books for all ages, school supplies, uniforms, shoes, and much more. You can also get your office supplies and office furniture at one location. WhatsApp your book list to 876-298-1526 or visit them in Kingston at 5 Sandringham Avenue or their new location at Morant Bay Urban Center, St. Thomas. Call 876-618-7922 or 876-619-093122. Stationery World, there is meaning in our name.
The following is a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
So we say vote for Labour. To Jamaica. And we say vote for Labour.
The proceeding was a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
The wait is over. Spark is coming to you. Across Jamaica, we'll be fixing 10 roads per constituency. Over 100 roads will be fixed by September and 630 roads overall. This is real action, real improvement, real results. Every Jamaican deserves safer, stronger roads. Spark, the next chapter in Jamaica's infrastructure development.
Outperform, outlast, with top performance, Jackama, reliable, full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electrician. Fancy select tools, 3 parts and 3 repairs. 3 parts, 3 repairs. 2 to 3 years. Hilton, available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-61124. Delta Supply, we service what we sell.
Good morning. You are back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Norige Banton, and we are inside MLSS and You this morning, a program brought to you by the Ministry of Labour and Social Security. And we're joined by Ms. Suzette Morris. She is Director of Social Security at the Ministry, and she's talking to us about the Solidarity program. Now, before the break, we went into detail about the program, who it's for, what each person will receive, and all of that. Now, the ministry will be hosting some community engagement events, Solidarity Live, they're called, and they will be in the community talking to you about the program. Now, let's go into some detail, Miss Morris, about the Solidarity Live event, what it will look like, and you can tell us now about your first event, which I believe is today.
Yes, our first event is today in Port Maria at the Anglican Town Hall. So our Solidarity Live events, as I said again, are there to invite members of the community to come out and to learn about the Solidarity program, to access the program, also to invite our partners. So let me just step back a little bit to explain that the Solidarity program is being implemented using 3 phases. The first phase of the program is where we invited our members of parliament who we know have that on-the-ground interface with the population and is aware of some of these vulnerable persons to upload applications on behalf of some of their constituents. The second phase of the program involves us inviting civil society to partner with us to identify additional persons and also for our Solidarity project team to be out in the field assisting us in finding these persons that we are trying to access. So the Solidarity Live event is where we now meet with both civil society and our community groups to say, come on out, learn about the program, and also allow us to apply, to upload your applications on your behalf. The Solidarity program, Solidarity Live event will also include our partners, because one of the things that we are aiming to do is to have a one-stop shop right there where we're having the Solidarity Live event. If you remember, I said earlier, our main objective is to get persons onto the program, to get persons into the safety net. So we will have our partners, the RGD, the tax administration, Hard Trust, NPA, our own electronic labor exchange. We will have our partners right there on spot. So where persons need to access those services, they will be able to access them.
All right. So if I understand you, well, you said 3 phases. Is there another one?
So the final phase of the program now will be where once we have taken advantage and gotten the referrals, remember again, I keep reminding, spearfishing, once we have done that and we have satisfied ourselves that we have gotten as best as possible through our partners to all those persons who would not normally have come out to access, then the portal will be opened to the general public.
Okay. All right. So if I understand you clearly, first phase is pretty much done now. Or is it still happening synonymously with phase 2?
It's still happening synonymously.
All right. So the MPs are still uploading those persons who they know fall within the category of eligible beneficiaries for the Solidarity program. But phase 2, which is going to kickstart today, is now underway, where the civil society and your Solidarity Project team will be out in the community, where you set up yourselves at a central location in the parish, and you ask persons to come out. And you're also depending on the civil society groups to help you to get those persons out. You, I guess, speak with them, find out where they are, and if they are eligible, of course, I'm assuming you sign them up on spot there, and allow them to also benefit from the other services. So if they don't have no birth certificate, the RGD is there. If they don't have no passport, PICA is there. If they don't have no this or not that, you will get them into the system so that they will no longer be just out there on the peripheries, and when other benefits come about, they can benefit.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely. So our aim is to try to wrap the social protection services around persons starting at these events.
Awesome. And then when you've done your series of Solidarity Live events, then after that, when you're satisfied that you've done enough spearfishing and you've got enough of those persons that you think you can get, then you'll open it to the general public for those who may still were not caught in that fishing expedition. You open the online portal for them to get on. Amazing. Completely understood, clear, and to the point. The Solidarity program is one, I believe, that is very necessary at this time, because there are many persons who would have seen the reverse income tax credit that was given to all those persons who would have been working and diligently paying their taxes over the years, getting that one-time grant. But because of whatever reason, there are some persons who were not able to. Now, some of this, well, one of the reasons is a lack of documentation. Some persons do not have the right documents to input information on the online portal to get what they need. What do persons need to bring to these Solidarity Live events? If anything, what do they need to walk with?
So what we're asking you to walk with today is definitely, if you have a government-issued ID, walk with that. Your tax registration number, walk with that also. Your national insurance number, that we ask you to walk with. And most importantly, because some of the persons we're targeting might not even have those 3 documents to begin with. We're asking you to walk with a copy of your birth certificate, because in the absence of the other documents, your birth certificate is what will be able to start to allow you to complete that process to get your TRN or to get your national insurance number. So very critical, walk with a copy of your birth certificate, a government issued ID if you have that, your TRN and your NIS number.
All right. So government ID, TRN, NIS, and if you have none of those, your birth certificate will suffice. Miss Morris are going to give you a problem. What if they not have none of them there?
Okay, so there is in fact one of the solidarity categories, if you remember, is the persons who have never had a birth certificate.
Yes.
And if you remember, there is the DOJ Operations Birthright Project. So we are aiming to see how we can assist those persons. So that one category, persons who do not have birth certificates, they are allowed to apply for solidarity. There are some attestation forms that they have to get completed and notarized, consistent with the process used by the RGD, but they can still come out to access solidarity. We will guide them through that process.
All right. A question here for you, Miss Morris. What if you were on path before, but you are no longer on path now? If you come to one of these Solidarity Live events, would you still be able to qualify for this program?
So that's a very good question, and I thank you for it, because there is something that I just need to clarify and stress. So you do not qualify for solidarity if you're a beneficiary of PATH.
Or if you were?
No, if you are a beneficiary
if you
of
are,
PATH.
okay.
So if you have received a benefit over the last year.
Okay.
So I need to make that distinction. So if you previously benefited from PATH, you are not currently benefiting, you would still qualify for solidarity. If you're a member of a PATH household, but you yourself are not good beneficiary, you would still qualify for solidarity.
Awesome. So, guys, get that. If you were on PATH before and you haven't received a PATH benefit within the last year, then solidarity is for you. If you are on PATH, not for you. If you've received a PATH benefit within the last year, not for you. However, if you are within a PATH household, but you yourself is not on PATH, solidarity can be for you. Correct? Correct?
Yes.
All right.
You're good.
Good. All right. So the Solidarity Live event, that's today. Just remind persons where, what time, and if you can tell us where the next stop will be, that would be great.
So the Solidarity Live event today is in my town. It's in the town of Port Maria, the Anglican Church Hall. That's just across from the Civic Center or that new gas station when you're coming into Port Maria from the Old Trails end, and it begins at 10 o'clock. When we leave here today, our next stop is the Old Marina in Port Antonio, Portland, tomorrow, August 22. Next week, on the 28th and the 29th, we're in Manchester and Kingston, and we will have those venues for you later on this week. So maybe by tomorrow, we will have those venues for you.
All right. So today?
Tomorrow, we're at the Old Marina. Today, we're at the Anglican Church Hall in Port Maria.
And all the events start at 10 a.m.?
All the events begin at 10 a.m.
Awesome. So listeners, go out and make use of this opportunity. No matter wait till the time for the online portal and then you hear so you can't get on and the portal jam and this and that. The opportunity is here for you to go in person and get signed up if you qualify and benefit from all the other services that will be available. We're up on the break. We are still inside MLSS and you. When we come back, though, we will be talking about the PATH Back to School 2025 provisions being made available by the Ministry of Labour and Social Security.
Spectrum Insurance Brokers provides quality insurance coverage and risk management services. The time by Spectrum Insurance Brokers Limited, setting the industry standards, is
9:30.
Are your devices accurate? Are they calibrated? Even small errors can lead to big problems. That's why Jamaicans trust the Bureau of Standards Jamaica. From food to fuel, health to hardware, our metrology and testing division provides world-class calibration and measurement services to keep your devices precise and your business meeting global standards. Whether you're weighing goods, monitoring temperature, or relying on the accuracy of devices, we get it right every time. Our advanced equipment and experts help you move with confidence. Call 876-618-1534 or visit bsj.org.jm. The Bureau of Standards Jamaica. From lab to market, the power of precision, powering accuracy, ensuring safety.
The following is a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
We create more jobs for Jamaicans, build road and better education. We make communities safer, ring the bell and vote for Labour. There is no party next to we, the greatest team in history. Jamaica Labour Party marching on to victory. We do so much already, now we doing more.
The preceding was a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
Creative Building Finishes is celebrating 25 years of transforming Jamaican spaces. And we're saying thank you in a big way. Enjoy up to 25% off select items all year long. From bold tiles to breathtaking bathrooms and kitchens. Discover everything you need to create your dream space. Visit us at 5 Red Hills Road or online at creativebuildingfinishes.com. Creative Building Finishes.
Your beautiful finish begins here.
Good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I am Nora Gay Banton. It's MLSS and You this morning, a program brought to you by the Ministry of Labour and Social Security. We have been having a very wonderful discussion with Miss Suzette Morris. She is Director of Social Security at the Ministry, and we've been talking about the Solidarity Program. Yes, the Solidarity Program, which we spoke about several months ago. It is on. The phase 1 of the program has been going on, where members of parliament are uploading those names and information for those persons who they've identified who qualify. Phase 2 will get underway in about half an hour or less in Port Maria. Where they'll have Solidarity Live events. They'll be on the ground in the community, reaching out to those persons who need to benefit from the Solidarity Program and need other assistance to get documentation that they may not have had before. So all those other government agencies will be there. And then phase 3 will happen later on, where the online portal will be open. But just before we segue from this and go into talking about the path back to school provisions, Ms. Morris, is there anything else about the Solidarity Program that you think you want to cover before we move on?
Well, I could not move on without just stressing that we are the Ministry of Labour and Social Security. Our aim is to leave no one behind. So we are asking for persons based on the group we're identifying. Please, we are here for you. Those persons who are reluctant to access the services, we're saying, come on out. If you have a person with a disability, there are services available. There are just so many things to enable persons with disability to live their best lives. Come out so you can get them registered, get them participating, you can take advantage of the services. So for all of these vulnerable groups, we're inviting you, please come on out. And if you know persons who are at home shutting and are not able to access the services, please, these are the persons we're searching for. So just get them to come on out and access the services for us.
Well, for that last group you just mentioned, I see someone in the YouTube chat asking if the person is at home and they're ill, but they're not able to leave the house. How can you help them with accessing the benefit?
So absolutely, that community member who is interested, who is aware, can reach out to us, because remember, we have the Solidarity Liaison Officers for this purpose.
Okay.
We also have our MLSS team members. We will send someone to you.
Okay. So if
we will send someone, just get the information to us and we will.
All right. So if you are aware of someone who is at home who would be eligible for the Solidarity program, but they're not able to get out to the Port Maria, the Anglican Church Hall in Port Maria, this morning at 10 o'clock, you take the information from them, go on down there and let the people know that there's a person in wherever street, down wherever district that needs to benefit, and they will get their persons to go and get to that person who is unable to leave their home. Amazing, amazing. And remember, guys, bring your government ID, TRN, NIS, or birth certificate. If you do have any of those, come same way and they will get you what you need. And I was supposed to ask before we move on, if the receiving the benefit for someone who doesn't have any documentation, because I know sometimes persons, they hear and they see other people getting their money and they don't get it yet. For those who don't have any documentation, will it take a longer time for them to be able to receive their benefit?
No, thank you for this again, Nora. Thank you for the opportunity to address this issue. So all payments for the Solidarity program will be made electronically. It's either directly to your bank account or through our two partners, remittance agencies, Paymaster and Bill Express. Now, for persons, remember, we're trying also to find persons who might not have documentation. So for those persons, you are able to nominate a proxy to collect on your behalf. So persons who are shut in or persons who might not have the necessary identification or documentation, you're able to nominate when your application is being completed a proxy. That's some individual who has the requisite documentation and identification who will collect on your behalf.
Okay, great. All right, awesome. I think we now can move on to the path provisions. So for 2025, let's get right into it. Path provisions for 2025. Every year, the parents, they have huge expenses to cover when it's back to school time. What is the Ministry of Labour and Social Security making available for those who are on path this year?
So again, the People's Ministry, leaving no one behind. Our past beneficiaries are right on our minds as we get into back to school. They're right up forward and center. So we have a back to school benefit that we usually give to our past students in primary and secondary school that assists with the back to school preparations. So we are increasing our back to school benefit this year from $3,500 to $5,000. So each school-aged child in your past household, primary and secondary level, you will receive a benefit of $5,000 to offset those back to school expenses, to assist with offsetting those back to school expenses. But that's not all. For our tertiary beneficiaries, we have a past tertiary bursary that's for our young persons in college, in university and college. So that benefit is being increased from $100,000 to $150,000 this year, and our intake period runs from August to October. Those persons should just visit the bursar at their institution to apply for that benefit. We also have what we call a post-secondary grant, and that is for our past students who have been successful in their exams, or they are trying to matriculate to tertiary education. So we're talking about people doing CXC receipts, CAPE persons doing certificates, diplomas, and associate degrees. And those benefits this year are being increased. We usually pay for those benefits between $15,000 and $30,000. For this year, we're moving them to between $20,000 and $40,000 based on the program that you are enrolled in.
Awesome. So, the regular school aged at the primary or early, I'm assuming early childhood to the primary level, that's moved from 3.5 to
not early childhood.
Oh, not early childhood, just the primary level. Okay.
Secondary.
From $3,500 to $5,000 per child, correct?
Yes, per child.
And those post-secondary, those transitioning from high school, you may be going to college, or you probably, I don't know where you may go after that. That's moved up to between $20,000 and $40,000. And for tertiary students, from $100,000 to $150,000, you will be able to
and that's
benefit.
Annually.
Right, that's per year. And how do you is this an automatic payment to your account, or do you have to go and indicate that you want this?
So as I said, the intake period runs from August to October, and for the tertiary level students, you visit the bursar at the institution to complete that application. For the post-secondary grants, you come into our MLSS parish offices to apply for those.
All right. So, okay, great. So it's through the bursar of the institution, but for post-secondary students, you go into the office for those. Awesome.
Yes.
And for those parents, talk to them and tell them why it's important to update the information on the system at the ministry. Let us know if the child moves school or all of that. Please let them know, Miss Morris, why that's important.
So it is very critical for our past parents to engage and to let us know of the changes in your family, because the changes in your family, remember, past is a conditional cash transfer. So especially school changes, we do monitor the children's attendance to school. We have a compliance monitoring, and in order to monitor compliance, we have to know where your child is. So it is very important when your child changes school that you come into us to let us know if the child is moving from the basic school level into primary school. We need to be aware, because just for this past back to school grant, it is not paid to children at the kindergarten level, but it is paid at the primary level. We need to know that your child is now going to primary school and where the child is going to school for the compliance requirements, because we have to get those records from the school. So we're inviting parents. And also, if you move, we want to know what is happening with our past family, because remember, past has other services. We want to have access and be able to contact you when there are changes, when there are updates, when there are new interventions. And also, we have case management, where if there are other persons in your family, we have, for example, a Steps to Work program that we should be able to reach out to you to offer these programs for the human capital development of our past families.
Awesome. I heard you mention a compliance condition there where attendance is concerned. Would you be able to just give us a bit of, or give me, I didn't know that existed, a bit of information about what that condition looks like?
So we have two types of compliance conditions for those babies through the basic school. There are health compliance conditions. Mm-hmm. So you have to be going to those well baby clinics. And we get those reports through partnership with the Ministry of Health. Once the child gets to primary school, the primary and secondary school, we have education compliance, where the child is expected to be in school at least 80% of the time. So we do collect those records bi-monthly from the schools to ensure that our past children are in fact attending school.
And is there a penalty if these conditions aren't met?
So if you do not meet the compliance conditions, you will not get your full benefit for that child. Mm-hmm. There is a base benefit, and also there is social work intervention to just find out what is happening, but you will get a base benefit and not the full benefits if the child does not meet the compliance conditions.
Amazing. I didn't know that existed, but it's good. I love having these programs where information is shared.
Yes, that is why we say part is a conditional cash transfer.
Yes, indeed. We are up on another break. Let's take a break. When we come back, we have more MLSS and you.
Fill all your prescriptions, get cosmetics and other pharmaceutical items at Mannings Hill Pharmacy, located at 34A Mannings Hill Road, Kingston. Telephone 924-6280. At Mannings Hill Pharmacy, they stock all the hard-to-get medication. The time by Mannings Hill Pharmacy is
9:45.
The following is a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
Jamaica Labour Party is doing more for you and your pocket. No new taxes in 8 years. We have created over 250,000 new jobs. That's more Jamaicans working than ever before. Across every industry, we have delivered real progress, real performance, not just promises. We're doing more for you, and we're not done yet. Choose results you can count on. Put your X beside the bell.
The proceeding was a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
A+ for back to school? Yep, you can score that. Just grab an A+ back to school loan from Access Financial. Why? Reduced interest rates, duh. Plus, you could win your loan interest free.
That's right. Apply for an A+ back to school loan and you could be entered to win your loan interest free in the Lucky Loans promotion.
From school fees to footwear, uniforms to book lists, we've got you covered.
For back to school, the only thing you need is a reduced rate loan from Access Financial's A+ back to school promotion. Conditions apply.
The following is a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
I am Daryl Vaz. The Jamaica Labour Party will ensure that the rural school bus system is a reality this September morning. All school children up to the tertiary level will travel free on JUTC and the rural school bus for the months of September and October to ease the pressures of back to school. The first phase of the rural school bus system will cover 122 routes serving 258 schools. Don't allow the PNP to again block a rural school bus system. On election day, put your X beside the bell, vote for savings, vote for the safety of your children, vote for the Jamaica Labour Party, and choose Jamaica.
The proceeding was a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
Good morning. You are back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Nora Gay Banton, and we are inside MLSS and You, a program brought to you by the Ministry of Labour and Social Security. We are speaking with Miss Suzette Morris. She has been talking to us since the beginning of the program about, firstly, the Solidarity Program. We spoke at length about the Solidarity Program and the beginning of the Solidarity Live Community Engagement Series starting today at the St. Mary Parish Church Hall, the Anglican Church Hall in Port Maria, 10 o'clock, just a few minutes. And so if you are in that area, please go out, bring out your elderly relatives who may qualify, those 18 to 35 who are not working or not in any training programs, those who are disabled, those low-income informal workers, and those small business or micro business owners who your business has been affected by disaster recently, or you're just not able to make ends meet right now, and you've not qualified from any of the other programs, then you can go out and see how best you can get some assistance here. And we've also been talking about the PATH program and the back to school benefits that are available through PATH, that back to school grant that you're able to get for those who are on PATH. Ms. Morris, recently, probably not so recently, but some time ago, I remember the ministry going out into the communities. I believe we did an outside broadcast at one of those events where the aim was to analyze the PATH program, especially where the application process is concerned, because there were some complaints that it's very difficult to get on to PATH and what they're looking for is ridiculous, and some persons were complaining. And I remember the ministry going out, assessing the program and assessing what needs to be done to restructure the PATH program to ensure that you are indeed getting all those persons who are in need of PATH assistance. Would you be able to provide any update on that restructuring process?
So very quickly, Nora Gay, so we call that process the transformation of PATH.
Right.
Minister Charles Wells said much about the transformation of PATH. So our assessment phase is currently completed. So we had our town halls, you made reference to those. The Planning Institute of Jamaica had the assessment of our beneficiary information system that informs that proxy means test that assisted the selection of beneficiaries in the system. And we also had the World Bank that assisted us with also completing another overall assessment of the PATH program. So we have the results of all those assessments. We have identified some areas for immediate action, and we have two committees that are set up, two working committees that are now looking at in the short, medium, and long term the changes that should be made to the PATH program. So you will be hearing more about that shortly, some of the changes that are coming to the PATH program to just assist persons who have been challenged in accessing the services of PATH.
Awesome. And a question from me I've always thought about. When you do your, I don't know how often you do assessment of the persons who are on the PATH program, and when you've found that a family or an individual is at a point where they are no longer in need of PATH benefits, is it that they are now, on their own, or is there still some hand-holding that is done by the ministry to help these families, with transitioning out of the PATH program?
So while our graduation strategy, we call that our graduation strategy, while our graduation strategy is one of the areas that we will be reviewing in this transformation process, we can tell you that the current graduation strategy says once a family is assessed and you are found not to need the program anymore, there are two payments that the family still receives before they graduated. And in that period also, we identify working-aged members of the PATH families to give them case management. So I made reference earlier to our Steps to Work program, where we have on-the-job training support, skills training support for those persons, and we also have an entrepreneurial grant. Those persons are provided with those services before they are exited from the program, just to ensure that the income generating capacity of the family is boosted before they exit the program.
Okay, amazing. I'm gonna open the floor to you, Miss Morris, if there's anything else that you would like to add before we wrap up and go.
And I have to come back to it, that the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, we are the People's Ministry. Our aim is to leave no one behind. So we're again appealing to persons, if you believe that you or someone you know qualifies one of our program, we're inviting you to come in. We have increasing our social worker cadre. We are reviewing our program. If we are necessary, we know that there are some gaps, but we invite persons to just come in, visit the ministry, ensure that you have your requisite documentation, but not having documentation does not mean that you should not engage us, because we also have programs to assist you with getting your documentation. So we invite all vulnerable persons in Jamaica to come into the Ministry of Labor and Social Security so that we can assist you in accessing GOJ program.
Awesome. And just one final time, Ms. Morris, just remind our listeners about the documents that they need to come out with at these Solidarity Live events.
For our Solidarity Live events, we invite you to come out with your government-issued identification, picture identification cards. We also invite you to take your TRN, your national insurance number, and most critically, your birth certificate, especially for those persons who might not have documents 1, 2, and 3. If you don't have your government ID, if you don't have TRN, if you don't have the national insurance number, ensure that you come out with your birth certificate.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ms. Morris, for joining us this morning inside MLSS and you, and all the best to yourself and the team today in Port Maria.
Thank you, Norade. You're most welcome.
All right. That was Miss Suzette Morris. She is Director of Social Security at the Ministry of Labour and Social Security. She spoke to us about the Solidarity Program. They will be having a Solidarity Live Community Engagement Series. The first event is today at the St. Mary Parish Church Hall. That's the Anglican Church Hall in Port Maria, starting at 10. The next one will be in Port at Antonio at the Old Marina. That is tomorrow, and then next week they'll go Mandeville and Kingston, and you'll hear those locations as soon as they're available. Stay tuned to the ministry's social media pages. I'm sure they'll have that information there as well. So just remember that phase 1 of the program is still underway. You can still go, because if you're not able to get to any of these Solidarity Live events, you can still go to your Member of Parliament. Once you're eligible for the Solidarity Program, you can still have your Member of Parliament take your information and upload it to the system. And then after all of this is done, phase 3 will kick in for the online applications. But do not wait on the online applications. Make use of the others now. That's where we're going to leave it for the Consumer Hour this morning. And MLSS and you, we're going to make way now for Cliff Hughes Online.
MLSS and You was brought to you by the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, providing opportunity, stability, and social protection. That was the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton.
You hear, the nationwide back-to-school fair get pushed back to August 23?
What? Push back? Lord, man, me ready to go harmony.